Closest Destiny Island, welcome your host, John!
Welcome back to Crash City, but this time we're in Crash Pad. What's going on, everybody? I am joined by my co-host Bacon, our special guest. You probably saw him day of recording in the episode, Josh Martin, the voice of Majin Buu, the rapper for Pillsbury. What's going on, brother? And I am Donovan. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. What's going on, guys? Are you guys excited to talk about Backlash? Because we saw a lot of interesting stuff happen there.
Absolutely. It set us up for some new storylines, didn't it?
It did. It also might have been the final match for potentially one of WWE's most beloved female wrestlers. It seemed like we are done with her. And respectfully, it is going to be sad that we have to bid farewell to Asuka, but she did so much for the business. She still is technically, I think is what she said, she's semi-retired. Oh, we have Erebus V, so hopefully this episode won't be taken up with Roman talk too much, and we will be able to talk about everybody else. But yeah, so to start us off, let's talk about the John Cena Classic. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, because nobody really knows, and I've seen so many shows debate and argue and fight over what they think this is. Josh, I want to start off with you. What are your thoughts when Cena came out and announced this?
Well, I didn't see the entire thing. I am aware of what happened, but I just got to think that this is another page in the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. That sort of thing. I think we're using the John Cena name,
okay,
to continue promoting the brand, the industry, and also, boy, hey, what better to stay in the gig and not have to take any more bumps than to have an invitational named after you. I'm sure all of that has been somewhat planned, or at least is now a great opportunity for a guy who, 20 plus years just gave it all, right?
Yeah.
And did all of it. Side note, real quick, just because we had this podcast last time and I was your guest, and you had my resume of being Barney, for a while, the purple one held the record for the most popular Make-A-Wish request.
Oh, okay.
Before
oh,
you
really?
can't see me, because that's, hey, listen, bless him for all of that, because I understand what all of that's about, no matter whether you like them, hate them, or whatever. If you hold that record, you are doing something, and he never says no. He is always there. He'll make especially because he can, he'll make the extra trip to do it. So there it is. I'm done putting over John Cena.
I love how you called him the purple one, because it sounded like you were just saying The Rock or something like that. But Erebus, you seem like you're super ready to jump in and just completely give your thoughts, man. So what do you feel about this John Cena Classic?
First off, hello, everyone. I know I'm late. I had to eat, had to get some food, had to stop and do other stuff. But we're here.
Yep. Gotta be fueled.
Yes.
So, John Cena, I didn't watch Backlash. I missed everything, but I went and watched the highlight of it all and watched his entire announcement of it. And before, after he did his Oprah strut that he did for his own thing, immediately going off of Mr. Martin, what he said about how the Andre the Giant Memorial, how I was getting those feels at first. I think I looked into key words when he was saying it. He was like a night and an evening and an event of matches, or I think he said like an evening to showcase the talent or something of that nature. So I'm thinking to myself, it was too many. It was just kind of like, could we make this specifically pay-per-views or a small event like a Saturday night main event, something like that to showcase the young talent to the new talent and have them face off against each other to showcase that NXT talent because his whole thing is to bring up the younger talent to showcase them. That's what he wanted to do. And that's how he's always been. Just like when he introduced AJ Styles and Kevin Owens with the United States title when he did the Open Challenge. It's like he's been doing this for a while. So for me, I think that's where my whole take was from it. So quite frankly, that's where I feel like we're going with this. It may not be like a memorial like Andre the Giant, but it may be like something genuine around that aspect.
I agree. I didn't mean the memorial in that sense. I just meant in the sense of, hey, let's use a guy who doesn't wrestle anymore. A great name, and let's build a tournament around his name. That's all I meant.
Oh no, yeah. I agree though. I agree. It was kind of like that.
Man, I can't wait for a year when we get the Roman Reigns Classic. That'll be magical, man.
Oh my God.
He doesn't rate.
No one's going to show up.
That's right. Because the number twos, you got it. You're right.
It's going to be part-time,
Bacon, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I'm going to say, I agree with y'all. I think they're really just putting something on the name, John Cena's name on it so people can watch it. But I am going to say this. If my man's Mason Rourke don't win, that classic, hey, man, like
what?
I'm going off.
It's wrong.
That's a bad dude. That's a like I don't get the whole aspect of that person can lose the whole thing, but they're the champion. Like, is it going to be I think he said it's going to be a new championship belt.
It is a new championship. Yes.
But that's odd. That's so odd. Like, oh man, someone that lost. Like, you can have Minniehausen be out there and he just gets squashed, and the fans is like, you know what? We're going to vote for Minniehausen because he showed hustle, loyalty, and respect and hopped in the ring. I don't know, man. But I mean, I don't see the fans having a voice in this. I just think it's something to hype up this event. The fans have never had a voice. Let's be honest. If we had a voice, the New Day would never get fired. Or I mean, not even get fired, but they would have got the deals they wanted.
Yeah, 100%.
If like, why is everyone taking 50% pay? Because if the fan, like, it's whatever. I'm just stating the obvious.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be. It's gonna be great to watch the matches, but
it's tough. It's so tough.
Because it's like, what's the point? Like, I was like, oh man, John Cena's here. Okay, great. Yeah. New championship. You can lose and still win the championship. It's a participation award.
It is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I hate to burst everyone's bubble who's never been in production, but there's zero. I mean, less than zero chance that any voters in the audience ever have a chance, including American Idol. Yeah. So You Think You Can Dance, America's Got Talent, all of those. You know what that final clause says at the end of the contract? Producer reserves the right to do whatever they want, including give Erebus the championship just because we dapped it up last night. I'm serious. Like, I ain't got to tell you why. I don't got to tell you. Oh my gosh, guys, America has spoken and they have picked Erebus. Guys, he is number one. America's Got Talent. No, but besides the point, they've got investors that they have to answer to at this point in the game, right? And John Cena equals that dollar sign, and that's what they want. But to Bacon's point, it would be great to just have that proper that proper tournament, right? Just let them go at it. Let them go at it. But then if they win, it may not matter. What? I don't know. But that again, that's the way of saying, that's the way of letting production do whatever they want without being blatant about it. You know what I'm saying? I think, in my humble opinion, I digress.
Me and a coworker, we were talking about it. One of my buddies, shout out Francisco, because he smartened me up a little bit, and he was like, "This is a bad version of King of the Ring." Because that's what I would love. I would love an old school King of the Ring to come back one night, tell whoever you want, obviously somebody young has to win it. So give it to Javon, say, "Hey dude, you're working 3 matches tonight. You're going to work at the beginning round, the semifinal, and the finals." Bam. I would like it. I think it would be great, but it doesn't make anybody look forward to it unless now they change the rules. Because we're just going to get professional wrestling without the storytelling. We're going to get spots that make everybody look great. And then, knowing this generation, we're all going to go on Twitter and be like, "Okay, cool. Joe Hendry wins even if he got squashed." Or Mr. Iguana wins even if he got squashed. And it's like, if we all vote for this person and then out of nowhere, Gunther wins it,
Is a great pick.
Right,
That's a good pick, though.
It's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick.
That is evil.
The only way to do that is to trust doing it on YouTube, or a Twitch, right? A thing, a platform whereby you could actively and accurately monitor the participation, the feedback, right? Without going, "Oh my gosh, Oscar," or you know what I mean? Joe Blow is surging in the. No, he's not. No, he's not. Y'all made that happen. You know what I mean? Right? But now because you see everybody in the comments, quote unquote, because that would be cool if they were smart, if they were super smart, and they'd have done this back in 2020 if they were smart. And I saw this, but didn't nobody listen to me. But they'd have that Twitch stream over here in the column. I'm paraphrasing. I'm oh my God, he's awesome. Oh my God, he slammed him. He slammed him. Blah blah blah. All that you get real time, and that would make it super interactive. But guess what? You don't make billions of dollars letting 12-year-olds on the internet decide what you do. You just don't. It would be, again, I said that would be the cool thing to do.
Unless your eye shows speed.
Yeah, bro. And that's the thing, that you got to balance that beam. You got to balance that beam of pleasing the corporates and doing whatever the WTF you want.
Oh yeah, and it comes down to the fact that there are so many superstars, because I'm gonna assume it's the same format as Saturday night's main event. We'll have 4 15 to 20-minute matches with like 75 ads in between all of them, and then we're just going to pick between who we think is the underdog the most, which this may be the only time we actually get to see LA Knight with another title, unfortunately. So it's really going to hurt when we see, if we see a heel win it, it's going to hurt. If we see somebody that probably isn't a crowd favorite at the moment, but they can monetize him, then yeah, it's going to hurt. Like Gunther doesn't need that would be a huge slap in the face if Gunther were to win it.
I disagree.
That's beautiful. That's evil. That's evil, bro.
Bacon, no.
Look, just imagine this. The guy that retired Cena
is banned.
Won this classic. John Cena has to come out and give him the title. and he snatches it from John Cena and pushes John Cena out of the ring and holds that title up high. Yes, I would love that. Piss everyone off. Like they pissed me off the New Day. Damn it.
Oh,
Bacon, who do you see them positioning to win this?
I think I really think
Do you see it, Rourke? Or
I'm seeing Mason Rourke. He's so damn good, man. Like,
no, I'm with you. I'm with you.
He's so like.
But do you legit see them positioning him that way, or they setting him up? They set him up to be a fall guy.
I feel like if you want this to push off, and you want people to know who an NXT superstar is, I think if I'm booking wise, we already know he's going at the NXT title. We already know that. But I think if you book it to where Mason Rourke wins this classic, he dominates, everyone's just loving him, and then he goes after the NXT title, it puts a stamp on him to be that damn good. Like I'm just now getting hip on the guy, but from what I looked at, the man is disgustingly good in the ring. That's why I feel like if they put him in this tournament, like not even in the tournament, I don't know what it is. If they put him in this, he's winning it. He has to win it. But who else would you go after? Is it a women's side as well? We don't
see. I was about to get to that point.
He never said. That's the crazy part.
He just said there's going to be a championship. So are there going to be women's matches as well? Because we know Sol Ruka's good.
Yes,
we get it. She doesn't need this. I'm being honest. She's established herself well. Great. I think if you're going to start something off, you give it to a guy in NXT or someone down in NXT that is working their ass off to get somewhere. Or if you're working toward the main roster, I don't know. I'm going to just throw something out there. Matt Cardona, I think he needs it.
I'm kind of okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I'm all right with that.
I think Matt Cardona.
What are the current numbers for NXT? Or is viewership good?
It should. It's not. It's not crossed 1 million, but it's close to 1 million every week.
It's about 700.
Yeah.
Oh, we're at 700. Okay, that's a good number. Real close to 1 million. Here we go, Cena. Put him over.
Yeah, it's close.
You see this tournament, and everybody's going to be like, and I think you're right, Bacon. That you put your marquee guy up there, right? And they got these guys in there. See, but you gotta set the next guy up who isn't going to go to WWE. You got to set those other talent up in NXT for the viewership to build. I think that's probably why they're doing it. What do you think?
I would have to say Tony D'Angelo probably needs to have a match because he's NXT champion. Put him up against Roman, have the Don smash the Tribal Chief, make it what it needs to be. We'll do that.
Donovan, we already know Roman's going to cheat in that match.
I already know, dude. And then, I really don't know. Like, Cena probably messed this up the most by saying it's one night, one event, when there are so many men and women who do not get in the title picture that deserve to at least get a chance. And this is just coming from somebody that just wants to see all of them. So I could care less. It could be the Creed brothers against each other. And I'm going to be sitting in this chair being like, oh, that's going to be a great match because they're just going to technical wrestle and then throw the masks on, take them off, and then redo the match.
They're the lowest, whatever those.
Yeah. So now, it is weird. It's like, I hate it.
Are there any qualifying matches building up?
No.
Nope.
No,
it's just announced this at Backlash.
Yeah. I can see.
How are the matches being made? I'm sorry, I missed this.
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
They didn't announce it. They just said hey, it's going to be to be announced.
Tune in and
let you guys know.
Copy that.
Yeah.
My apology. Yeah. Okay.
You're
All right.
good because we don't have a lot of information. Like what I assume and what most people assumed is 4 matches. I know the Wrestle Talk guys, one of them completely didn't understand this at all. He thought this was going to be like Taboo Tuesday, where you have to go on Twitter and figure out which match you're going to have. And then even if you lose it, you still could have the title. Like nobody really knows. He gave enough info for us to question it, but left out enough and made it vague enough to where we're like, cool. So part of me
Nice.
thinks they're gonna pick ideas from maybe social media and be like, oh, we should actually make it a tournament.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. They're fishing.
Yeah.
They're doing a little fishing, but without, they've got plans. They got a direction, but they're monitoring what's going on just for promotion wise, right? They definitely have they already know who's gonna.
Yeah.
You know who can wrestle, you know who can talk, you know who can work, you know who you don't want in the locker room, blah 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 blah. You know all that stuff, but you don't know how the audience going to react, and sometimes you do have to ride that wave, even if you are a corporate company that corporately or stock traded company that has your stuff written a long way in advance. But you never know injuries, right? You never know, all that stuff. Anything, somebody get arrested, you always got to be ready to change. That's why card is always subject to change, right?
Which
I don't know.
It's gonna
What
be.
do you guys think?
It's gonna be crazy. But what I really want to talk about and what I want to get into is Backlash, because we all probably have different ideas. Erebus only has one idea because he only watched one match.
First,
Which match?
The main event that
That's it.
I was doing duties as a dad, and I came back. Apparently, I came back when his match was. I was like, oh, I thought this was gonna last a little longer, but nope. Came back when Roman and them were ending out. I was like, well,
wow.
Well, there it is. All right, there it is. So I had to go back and watch all the highlights and everything. I was like, wow. Luckily, ESPN holds all, like, if you go to WWE, they'll have highlights, but they're not like the full match like ESPN has on their YouTube. Apparently, ESPN had like a full length 5-6 minute, all of it. I was like, wow.
Oh, that reminds me. I meant to ask. You were talking about for this John Cena thing that there was going to be how many matches for how long?
We're thinking 4, because he mentioned Saturday night's main event. He mentioned showcasing them like how he did. So in my mind, it's 4 matches, anywhere between 15 to 25 minutes. Gives them enough time to showcase themselves. I personally don't think there's going to be a tag team match, because if only one person can win, and if your partner did better than you, that's like saying Angelo Dawkins did better than Montez Ford. The internet would go ballistic.
So 2-hour event.
I would say
2-hour event, right?
I'd say probably 3 hours with an hour of ads.
Yeah, but and does anybody know offhand what those actual wrestling time was for WrestleMania for 2 nights?
An hour off on both nights,
right?
3 hours of matches.
Yeah.
Equaled up. That's out of an 8-hour event. But hey,
man,
that's TKO for you guys.
Right. But your thought about having more matches and stuff, that's how you'd have to do it. You either have to have qualifying matches or NXT, which I think is super smart to promote that show.
It would be so fun.
Go ahead and get eyes on that so that you're ready to watch the finals on Saturday night main, or whatever it is when it's scheduled, and boom, that way, if you only get 4 matches in 3 hours, shoot, 4 matches in 2 hours, I feel like,
depending on how good they are,
that's how old school I am. I'm like, no, I want 8 squash matches with Jim Horner. No, I'm kidding. Anyway.
See, I would be fine with like having a lot of matches because AEW's already proven it. The formula still works. We can still sit through 8 matches in 4 hours and have a great time, and a lot of them do great. But again, he left it so vague that part of me just thinks, okay, cool. They're kind of taking things like they're like, cool, we'll just monitor and see what the biggest streamers are saying or what the biggest content creators that we haven't copyrighted yet say, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. Erebus, what do you think about that? You think they're monitoring?
You said what? I can't hear you.
You think they're monitoring the situation and making decisions off of that? Or do you think they got a focus?
They're monitoring.
They got a direction.
They're monitoring currently right now as we speak. Honestly, it says once I looked on the internet and kind of checked Twitter and everything, I was just kind of looking at some of the creditable sources. They just always like everything's very vague and there's nothing that's being complete, nothing been set in stone. This is just kind of been thrown out there as an idea for that. And I was like, all right, so it's nothing really, but they're definitely looking for ideas from even the people. So I guarantee you they're stalking the internet as we speak.
Okay. I mean, I hope so.
So if it turns into a one-night tournament, we all know we did it. We all collectively know we did it.
You're welcome.
But let's get into Backlash. Bacon, I want to know what you thought of Backlash as a whole. What was your favorite part? Just because we watched it together because Erebus doesn't care about us. So what did you think?
As a whole, I mean, Backlash was cool. I mean, the only 2 matches I really liked are the tag team with Danhausen and The Miz and Kit Wilson and Io Sky Asuka. Like, if I'm just being brutally honest, like I think the tag match was the most entertaining match of it all. I did not know it was El Torito underneath that mask.
Yeah,
I did not know until the end of the event. So it was great to see El Torito there. I'm not going to butcher his real name. I refuse to do that. But Bron Breakker and Seth was cool. Y'all know I'm a big Seth Rollins mark, whatever. Y'all know I go crazy when Bron is, on screen. But I'll be honest, the match was a little bit, it was an okay match. A lot of botches. I think Seth probably came back a little bit too soon from injury, in my opinion. I was thinking about blaming Bron. I can't blame Bron. Seth was a little sloppy in there, and I love Seth. Tricking Sammy was cool. I guess they are really trying to turn Sammy heel, but they just don't know how to do it. I'm confused, man. Like, the whole aspect, like, okay, are we turning Sammy heel so he can feud with Cody, but we still got Randy?
Nope.
I don't know what's going on.
No one knows.
Kevin's coming back. They're turning them heel. Maybe
because Kevin Owens technically did not get his title match against Cody.
Right.
Yeah, I can see that. But
when they bring Kevin Owens back, he's got to be a babyface, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get a great pop.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And
so who better to be the villain when he comes back to? I'm sorry, Bacon.
Is Sammy?
Yeah, I think. I'd love to see him doing an El Generico.
I would love to see
how easy would that be?
I mean,
they better not make him be a foreign sympathizer, or you know what I mean. They better not do that. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, I think. Turning Sammy heel to face against Kevin Owens would be cool. Again, Kevin Owens could play both the heel and the baby face perfectly. So I don't even care if he comes back either or.
Right.
But yeah, Sammy I'm just very confused about the whole storyline. Like, where does Sammy go now? He lost against Trick. I guess we're officially gonna get Trick Williams versus Melo on SmackDown. I guess Lil Yachty's there. I am going to say this: Lil Yachty being there, and let's just be 100% honest. He has to be what the hell is he laughing at?
Because the way he almost died, the way that Yachty almost died when Sammy kicked him in the Haluva kicked him in the back of the head.
That's why I wanted to get on, because he like fell out. But the thing was, after the match, he didn't even sell it that good. Like, he was holding his chin. Bro, I would have been in there. I would have been dragging myself, bro. I would have made that money, man. He sat on top of the rope and was just looking at Sammy and discussed, like,
I love it. I love the way he took a front bump, no protection, just went for it. I love it. I think the Prophet is the greatest right now.
Yeah, he's like, I give it to Lil Yachty. Like, he's coming in and he's just, not just there for a paycheck. Like, he actually loves wrestling. He actually loves WWE. We see him at every PLE. Like, he might as well just show up on the show regularly. So it's cool. Io Sky versus Asuka was a great match. Seemingly Asuka's final WWE match. I'm gonna give my opinion. I don't think it's Asuka's final match. Asuka finna come back as a monster heel. Let's just be brutally honest. I can see her just playing the folks, walking out, and then one night Io is gonna go for the Intercontinental Championship, and Asuka come out and miss the ass. Yes. And then we're gonna get Kana Asuka, and it's gonna be disgusting, and I'm gonna love it, and then we're gonna get the retirement match.
You gotta play it out. Okay.
And let me just say this real quick before I get the main event. Let's just say Jacob was dog walking Roman Reigns. Let's just say that, point blank, period.
Walking the big dog. I like it.
He was dog walking. He was dog walking. Boy, Jacob looked nasty in this match. And the only reason Roman won again was because of technicalities. I'm tired of it. I said in the match, I said, oh wow, he's gonna win off a technicality. Oh wow, he won. Oh wow, okay, great, awesome sauce. All right, whatever. Hey, that's what happened. That's why Jacob dog walked him on Monday. Him and the Usos, and I was cheering. I'm a Jacob Fatu fan. I'm finna buy that shirt right now.
I'm finna buy that shirt right now.
Yes, all right. Josh, before I let Erebus out of the cage, what did you think of Backlash?
I've got to be honest. I haven't seen it, I haven't seen any reviews or any updates yet. So you're gonna have to smart me up.
Okay, so Backlash. You know what? I'm gonna let the big dog out of his cage, the dog food out of his cage, because I already know he about to defend Roman like Roman did nothing wrong. But before I let Erebus out, I'm gonna say there is at one point after the thing when we're all hanging out, I talked to Salazar and I talked to Bacon and I go, hey, did anybody at any point feel like get a PTSD moment where we thought, oh, the Usos were gonna come and interfere in the match and help Roman? And Bacon and Salazar gave like 3 different spots. So yes, we are tired of Roman winning the way Roman does. But Erebus, you've been really respectful and good, and maybe that's because we have a guest this time. But you can
Cody wouldn't have never done that.
No, Cody just automatically gets the wins, apparently.
That's the beauty of it. See, this is the beauty of what Roman does. Okay. See, and I'm gonna let Bacon understand this. See, Roman is building his people that he feuds with. That's the thing. And you said it right. Cody doesn't do this because he's not Roman. He's not. He will never be that. Unfortunately, this is what it takes to run the company. Let me inspire you on this. Yes, this is exactly what Jacob did. He quote unquote dog walked Roman the entire match. And yes, Roman sold the living crap out of that. He sold the hell out of those hits. He sold the hell out of everything. He sold the hell out of the Tonga Death Stroke. He sold the hell out of it. He made Jacob Fatu a main event threat, even though we already know he is. He made him even better than what he already was. It's okay. okay. You can turn your video off. This is really for the family. It's all right. It's understandable. Not the QB ones, the Cody crybabies over there. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But let me just school this man a little bit, because I don't understand why he has this aspect against Roman. Yes, he won against technicality. Yes, this is, I hate to say it, but this is what we do. Roman gonna win. Is we the ones, you the twos. It's all right. It's understandable. The first thing I'm gonna say in regard, let me see back here. Yeah. So there is no way, I don't think Roman's gonna. It's got to be something else that's really gonna push. That's gonna persuade, that he's gonna have to persuade. What's his name? Jacob, to be able to get on his team and understand that I'm trying to take care of the family here and whatnot. It's gonna be a lot more, because you can't beat Jacob into submission. Jacob ain't going lightly like this. Jacob's not going. You're not getting a Simone Werewolf to bend to your whim like this. No, he ain't Jay and he ain't Jimmy. He already headbutted Jay on the way out. Jay trying to stop him, and then Jay gonna make an Instagram post talking about something. I tried to help you. You can't do that with Jacob, bro. And I'm just laughing because Roman put this man over so much throughout this entire feud. People getting upset about the fact why he keep coming out here messing up Roman and Roman, making Roman look quote unquote weak. And I'm like, no, Roman is secured in his aspect of who he is. And he knows for a fact he's putting Jacob over because you want to make Jacob like this constant threat who constantly keeps beating up the Chief. Like the Chief cannot, he keeps dominating the Chief. And I'm going to be honest with you. Roman sold the hell out of that talk of this. That show at Backlash, all that spit, all that slob that was on the top. Yo, hey, I was like, okay, Roman, we got it. You're dying. We got it. You're dying in the middle of the ring. We get it. That's a lot of spit. You got it, bro. I was like, it was a good match. I really did enjoy it overall. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. I'm not gonna sit here and say it was like my favorite match of the night, because it wasn't. Yes, I know that's surprising to hear that me, big Roman fan, that was not my favorite match of the night. Even though I am a huge Roman fan, it wasn't my favorite match of the night. It wasn't.
What a great take.
I will have to agree with Bacon. Danhausen and the Minihausen fight, thoroughly enjoyed, entertained the hell out of, and the Io Sky and Asuka fight. The Io Sky, I will say, as far as action wise goes, Io Sky and Asuka overcame Danhausen and Minihausen fight, because for me the Danhausen fight was like very entertaining. I enjoyed the hell out of it, the cloning machine and all of it. I didn't expect that coming, and him then Kid Wilson getting jumped. It was funny, but no, the Jacob Fatu one, it was great. I know we're long from done with Jacob Fatu and Roman. I'm wanting to see how far they're going to go to the story. I think for me, mostly, I expected a lot more drama-esque from this match. I mean, don't get me wrong, as the times when they knocked each other down throughout the match, they were like, oh, you're gonna acknowledge me. And then, Jacob was like, no, I ain't. Just for my family. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, yada, yada. And I guess when he choked him at the end, I was kind of expecting maybe the Usos to finally come out and finally help Roman after the match was completely over, because they saw Roman was damn near dying finally at the end of it all. I expected that, and I do agree there was like at least two spots I know that I would have thought the Usos were coming, but they didn't. So I don't know how they're running it now going forward, but I know Jacob said, if you ever come out and mess with this match, I'm gonna mess up this entire family tree. So that was a complete warning to all of them. So if they were to take that chance, it would have been up for the whole entire family, period. So overall, I don't know where they're going with this now, after he just lost at Backlash. They still think there's more to come, and I can't wait to see what's left. What they're going to do with Jacob and going with the Roman. I don't know how they're going to do this, and how they're going to move forward with Roman defending the title, and who he defends the title with. So. That's it.
The face. Josh, because you said smarten you up. So the card was Seth versus Bron, which, like Bacon said, had a lot of botches, and that was mostly from Seth. And it did genuinely look like he's playing into the story that, he can still go even though his body is saying he can't, or he may have come back from injury a little bit too soon.
I think about that one.
I'm kind of going into the whole he can still go or he mentally thinks he can still go when his body can't. I think that's a better. I think it's a work. Seth is a great person. He can work a crowd easily. We had it last year at Saturday night's main event.
Totally.
The match after that was Danhausen and a mystery partner versus Kit Wilson and The Miz, which again, Danhausen is now going to become
over, bro.
He's taking over, and it's so scary. Yeah. It is so scary.
I'm a fan now.
Fanhausen. We're Fanhausen. It is.
Time.
It's right. Like
his timing is perfect.
Like a Munsters thing. Like that's what I get. I get old TV show vibes from him. Addams Family, the Munsters, all of that. I think it's great. He had a clone machine, which was just micro wrestlers coming out. Fantastic. Io versus Asuka was amazing. It was a Stardom match that we never get, and we finally got one in WWE.
Wow.
But yes, after the match, the way the girls hugged each other, the way the girls bowed to each other, the way that Asuka told her, I was only tough on you because I needed to see if you could carry on when I'm gone, which that hurt that hurt.
Was that in Japanese?
I don't
know. It was in Japanese at first, but then they translated to English.
There it is. Okay, there you go. I was like,
yeah.
I think it'd be cooler. I'm just saying it'd be cooler to see her say it in Japanese.
Oh yeah, she's
Japanese.
She said it in Japanese, but then I guess they
translated
it. Rey Mysterio does. Yeah, they translated it.
So they knew what she was gonna say.
Yeah.
They didn't hear that clear. Michael Cole don't know Japanese. He probably does. That's cool. Yeah, they're talented.
Yeah, no, that was great. Just getting to hear that, getting to see the fact that she's potentially gone, which, I mean, if she is gone, finish out in Marigold, go back to Stardom, go to AEW.
Man, yeah. Well, she's got plenty of other things going on outside of wrestling as well. I think real estate.
Oh, is she? Is she a mogul?
I believe. I think she's got some other interests. I don't think she's just a wrestler. But I can only imagine that with her talent and resume, that she can go and do whatever she wants. Boy, she's always been great to watch from NXT. I was like, oh, come on. Well, you just have her in NXT so she can learn a little more English, learn the WWE system, and then she'll be on the main roster. And then sure enough, she was. And then I could have used more, to be honest. You know what I mean? I think there's another wasted talent. But again, there's a lot of moving pieces. And if they paid me to make those decisions, they might be different. But they don't. So here we are.
First day as a GM, don't question why Mr. Iguana has all the belts. Don't question.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Just start playing your own version of 2K in real life. But
just make matches. Just make matches. Yeah.
And then the main event, obviously, Roman Reigns successfully retaining, unfortunately, over Jacob Fatu, which, Erebus, I only say that because Roman doesn't need a belt. Putting a belt on Roman is like having a diamond encrusted toilet. We don't need it. He is a GOAT. He is one of the GOATs. He's one of the best to ever do it. He proved that. But he doesn't need a belt. And he doesn't need the secondary title because then it's going to be the main title. And the actual WWE title is going to be the secondary belt. Because QB1, as good as QB1 is, as great as QB1 is, nobody's going to care about Cody when having a belt.
Okay.
When Roman has that belt, he's going to make it the best belt.
Okay. I'm going to say this point blank period. one, Donovan, why would we want Asuka in AEW so she could get undermined like all the other women in AEW have been? So that's one. Two,
Wait,
why
wait. Undermine Tony Storm revitalized her career in AEW. Thekla revitalized her career in AEW.
there's like 5 women that are on the show every week. And there's like 23 other women that don't even like. Where's Hikaru Ashita?
She's
In catering.
She had a match last week
On what, Donovan?
on Dynamite. She had a tag team match.
Who watches Dynamite?
That's their show, dog. That's their main show, dog. Nobody. Do you just watch Collision?
You're talking.
That was his answer. Who watched Dynamite?
Who watched Dynamite? Wow, dog.
But all I'm saying is Cody and Gunther is going to tear the show down in Italy. So who cares?
When
It's gonna be
Gunther
better than
wins?
women's matches.
No, Gunther's winning in Italy. Gunther has to.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, Donovan. I don't care if Gunther win. If Gunther win, hey,
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm gonna be mad.
I don't
love
expect
Gunther.
you to.
Hey, if he retired Cody, I might laugh. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not.
That's diabolical.
Cody.
That's
Look,
diabolical.
Me and my coworker been talking about that too. That's
like
funny.
my thing is this. All right. I agree 100%. Roman did not need to win the World Heavyweight Champion. I personally think he should drop the title to Jacob. Jacob been dog walking him all like for the past few weeks. Drop the title to Jacob. Let that man defend that title, whatever. Like, bro, Jacob deserves the title, man. And another thing, Arabis, you said Roman put Jacob over. Jacob been over since he got here. Let's just put that in stone. He's been over since he got. Roman ain't do nothing.
I said Jacob's been on fire since. But I said, now here's the thing. I agree with both you and Donovan that yes, if you need to drop the title for Roman, it should go to Jacob. I agree with both you and Donovan on that. Just not yet. There's more. I feel like there's going to be more to this whole family story, and they're going to do more to get as much as they can out of this Jacob and Roman feud because it's been started since the War Games situation when Roman showed up and Jacob Fatu came out. It's everybody was cracking. Everybody wanted this for the longest, and now that we got it where it's straight up just him and him, they're going to squeeze as much as they can out of this until they can get whatever they want from this and then crown Jacob. I don't know what else they got planned. It might be a steel cage, a Hell in a Cell later on, or whatever. I don't know. But down the road, the only person I've seen right now that I can see him dropping this belt to is Jacob currently right now. As far as Roman's first, I agree with you and him. But I think they're going to squeeze as much as they can out of this.
Donovan, can we, Donovan and Josh, can we both, all three of us agree that we are sick and tired of the tribal chief, like family drama? I'm tired of it.
Wait. I want to hear Josh's response to this. Are you a Roman Reigns guy or are you a Cody Rhodes guy?
You know, to be honest, I was a Cody Rhodes fan first.
Okay.
And I remain kind of a Rhodes fan. I'm Dusty Rhodes from way back. OG. So I got a little bit of loyalty there. From a critical standpoint, I think Roman was given an unenviable position of being forced into leadership in a higher place than he maybe was necessarily ready for at the time. That being said, he's done a tremendous job since suffering succotash. I just want to say that out loud. I thought for sure suffering succotash was going to be the nail in the coffin, but thankfully, it is not, and he has absolutely gone 10 times above it. So much love on that. And I love the character that he's gotten. Um, boy, but Obafemi came along.
Oh,
And regardless of how much Brock put him over or all the other things, he he ticks all the boxes. He ticks all the boxes. And you know, the only question I have and is WWE's history with uh, people of color in the championship position. And I mean that sincerely, and I hate it. I effing hate it. But I think that this is a great time. The Rock, cool. Much love on that. And Ron Simmons, no question on that. But I think now is a great time. Coffee Kingston, don't get me started.
Oh.
My dog.
So I think now is a great time to make some amends. We got a great opportunity, a great talent on all aspects. And I think we go there. I think we go there nice and organically. And if they want to keep Roman Reigns with the title and let him, or you know what I mean, however they want to do that, I think that would be great. I think that would be super great. I don't think Cody Rhodes versus Ova makes any sense. But you know, it, that's my 2 cents.
Okay. I like it.
That's my 2 cents.
I like it. I like the fact that, you know, you said it would be more entertaining to see Oba defeat Roman for the title. Personally, I want to see the spots at which Roman's going to jump that high to Superman punch him, for one. And two, what a spear is going to look like.
He's got to use the top rope, doesn't he?
He would have to use the top rope.
Let's go. Go on, sorry.
No, you're good. It's crazy to think of this, man. And like, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, dude. We've all been super excited to record with you, dude. Like, that's really why some of us are quiet and we're just in awe, man. Like, this is awesome. But
appreciate y'all.
Overall, it's weird. And the way that you even cut that promo too, of like, you know, you've been a Rhodes guy since the beginning. You had me at the beginning because I saw Erebus's face. He was just getting sad, and I wanted to be like, "Yeah, think of Dragon Ball just shitting on you, Erebus." And it's like I never thought I would get to say that. I never thought I'd be like, "Oh yeah, there's a Dragon Ball Z character, and he's shitting on you, Erebus. He's on your boy, on your boy." And I love it.
Wait,
Donovan. He got me back at the end when he did Oba, and I was like,
Erebus, can you still name them 5 matches for us? No,
it wasn't for y'all. It was for who, and I'm not doing it for you.
You're not
Tony
naming
fans do not get the disservice of who I am.
So a little story. Erebus is busy most of the time, so he doesn't get to watch wrestling with us as much. Right. But he's a diehard Roman Reigns guy. So at WrestleMania, when my dude CM Punk lost, he was over the moon and thought he was the greatest wrestling fan in the world. And then we stumped him when we said name 5 Roman matches. Just name 5 of them. Just name 5. And he ain't giving us 5 cents. I named 5 before he named 5. And I was in tears because CM Punk lost.
Josh, I didn't care. My dog won on Saturday, so I didn't care. You know, Cody won. They were cheering so hard. They were like, "Oh my God, Randy's gonna punt kick him! Oh my God!" Who still walked out champion? The QB.
And we just went right past that feud like it never even happened.
Randy's probably injured, man. Like that's.
I know.
I lost Pat McAfee.
That was the part where I didn't understand during the fight. I don't even try to get into it because I don't want to get us off topic. But the back situation, I don't know if he was selling it at point, like because Randy could sell his ass off, but at the same time, I felt like it was really a back problem. And then moments it was like, is it not a back problem? Is it a back problem? Then once they came back out, I just was like, just let this be over. Give it to Cody. I was like, at this point, I was like, just let this feud, just give it. You got it. Go ahead. I don't know. I don't. I can't even blame Cody. I can't even get mad at Cody. This is the first time I cannot blame Cody for the reason why this feud went the way it went. Because I can't blame him. Because the feud went the way it went because of interference from them up there. I can't.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now we are going to say that Pat McAfee is one of the greatest.
Thank you.
Greatest of
Thank
all
you.
time.
Thank you.
We're going to say that I am not going to discredit Pat McAfee for what he has done. It is not our fault that Roman Reigns could not sell WrestleMania out. Pat McAfee helped out with that. I'm sorry to tell you.
Nor did John Cena.
John Cena was the host, and he was announced a week prior to WrestleMania of being the host.
We can't even blame just Roman for that. Liv couldn't sell it. Stephanie couldn't sell it. Jade for damn sure couldn't sell it. Rhea had a tough time. I tried buying a ticket from her. It was too expensive, but I was going to help her numbers. It wasn't. It was what it is what it is. And now we are heading into Saturday night's main event and Clash at Italy. And I want y'all's thoughts, y'all's honest thoughts, not on what the card's going to look like, but are we getting to the point where we have too many events throughout the year? Josh, start us off.
I think that there are plenty of people to consume all of the media and entertainment that is offered.
Okay.
I think that you can saturate things. It happens. It's happened. I think some of that has to do with overpricing as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes people can just get disinterested with greed, and sometimes that manifests through viewership as well as attendance or hard cash in hand per se. So and I think that kind of metaphorically bleeds over to some of the action in the ring these days too. I think there are a lot of you can oversaturate all the moves. Uh, I am an old school fan, so I am a fan of Jim Cornette's. In a lot of senses, there's some things that I'm just like, you're a dumbass, but or you're just trying to get a rise. But fundamentally, we are right on the same wavelength, and he's not trying to exploit anything. I've never heard him say anything that I thought, oh, I wouldn't hang out with you, or you twisted or anything like that. But he says, all that flippy shit, bunch of goddamn, all the fucking flips, goddamn shit. I agree to it a sense. I liked Rey Mysterio because he could do them, but he could hold an arm bar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He could hold a wrist lock on a guy that made sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But after a second, they can do some hurricanranas. Love that. That's cool. But after I see 30 of them in 1 minute in one match, they don't mean anything anymore. Especially, and guys, hear me out, especially when you only hit maybe one.
Oh, okay. I know. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
I love you. And I know that this is not an easy thing. I know that the sport and the craft is not easy. And that's why I'm telling you, slow down. Take your time. Make it make sense. Make me care. Make me go, oh, there it is. Not just, don't make it look like you're walking through the steps that you've been walking through all afternoon since you talked about them.
Oh,
I work backstage at wrestling shows and I see this.
Yeah.
I see it done backstage and then continued on in the ring. And I'm like, nope. You walk through it during rehearsals, and when the bell goes off,
Yeah.
I don't know who I am. I've ingrained it in my brain to know exactly what I'm going to do, but this guy who's doing it is on 11. He's on fucking 11. All right? This amp goes to 11. So when I come off, I may not remember everything that I did necessarily. I may have to apologize for smacking you a little hard. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I don't, and I may have to apologize because I slipped and I missed something, but I don't have to apologize for, oh God, I hit one thing because I totally missed my springboard, all that shit.
Yeah.
I digress.
No, I agree. And
it's not but love, guys. Not but love.
No,
I agree. I definitely agree. One quick little story. My partner, the guys that met her, Morgan, when Morgan got to work production for a company for the very first time, dude, being backstage freaked her out. She had no idea what she was walking into, and she was just mesmerized by everybody calling their matches, figuring out what they were going to do, this, that, and the other. And it's something I always remember because she came up to me while I was setting up cameras and everything, and she's like, babe, this is crazy. Like everything's, look at A, B, and C and what they're doing, and this guy and this and what they're talking about. And it was a great experience, something that I keep in my heart because the way her eyes looked, it was like a child going to Disneyland. She just was like, oh my God, this is so fucking cool. This is amazing. And I was like, this is dope getting to hear it. But Erebus, what do you think? Do you think we have too many events? Do you think we don't have enough? What how do you feel?
I think personally, I don't think we have too many events. It's more or less we have this many events, but the ones that we want to, I guess the people that we want to see showcased aren't being showcased. And the amount of energy that's put into the stories of the people that we see is kind of something we've already seen already. Or it's from the same superstars who have already had the same feud for God knows how long, or have already had history. So we already know how much hate is here, yada, yada. They the biggest here and there, but they're not like new people that have stepped up to be shown on what they could possibly do through the storytelling and drama of the matches that they will be able to produce later on. So I even made a proposal. Well, actually, me and my coworker were laughing about it. We were like, get ready. Crown Jewel's going to be 2 nights. Can't wait. I said, oh,
you jinxed it.
I said, if we get Crown Jewels for 2 nights, then we got 2 Crown Jewel champions. And I was like, I don't think, could we? He said, I said, what do you mean by that? He said, we could do the tag teams. The tag team champions could be Crown Jewel champions. And then you can have the singles champions could be the singles Crown Jewel champions or whatever you want to call it, or whatever champion wins that. And I was like, I don't know about that. That's crazy. And then I was like, why don't they just bring back the Women's Evolution pay-per-view and specifically build up around this time period more drama and stories along the lines of, the women's division, help those build up, even introduce some of the NXT stars over to the bigger, the main roster, over to the Evolution as well. That'll bring back that pay-per-view and get writers on that specifically. It's kind of like you got all of this, these type of products are different, things available to you, but you're not showing what you got in the backlog that might really pay off for the big time. Because we've seen this. We've seen these 2. We've seen these 3. We've seen these 4 people to say they've been here before. Like, how you and Baker get on me about the Roman situation. We've seen this already. We've seen him run this. We've seen him win like this. We've seen this outcome coming. Don't you guys want to see somebody else with a different outcome? Or, I've seen some people like get mad because some of their favorite stars that used to be on top during, 205 Live, or some of the old cruiserweights like Akira Tozawa, or I remember when some about Shinsuke Nakamura, like other mid-carders or low-carders, mid-carders, the people that haven't been showcased in a very long time are usually just put out to be jobbers. When you have a chance here with this amount of products available to you at your disposal, such as Saturday Night Main Event, to utilize some of the talent that you don't use often. And then you bring them out when you want to job them or something like that, or use it for some buildup of another star that's going to be one singular build-up star instead of trying to correlate with what you got right now. So I say, if you want, I feel like we have enough, just not disposed. And if you do give us more, make sure you give us more people available and involved that are already in the back at catering. And they're waiting to have their moment or wanting to get the ability to step up. Like I was talking about undercards that I like. B-Fab. I love B-Fab. Zoe Stark, but before she got released, I was still counting on Zoe Stark to come back even after the injury. But now she's gone. Can't get her back. But I wanted Zoe Stark. She was my undercard out of the Pure Fusion Collective. I don't even want to talk about that situation. But but I feel like you got the star power back there. They just need a little bit more of a build-up and someone to kind of, I guess, help push them that way. I don't know, but you got the star power back there. You utilize what you got, and because even when Cody had that feud with Shinsuke Nakamura, and they had the whole the promo video when they did it in Japanese, and how we saw the promo, the Titantron, how they did those promos back and forth, and how it was written in Japanese, and how it was just all promoted that way, and everyone was like, "Hey, bro, what is this?" Like we knew Cody was going over for it. Of course, we knew Cody was going to win the feud overall, but Shinsuke got put in a whole different light when this happened throughout this process. So it's there. You have your main time players that you've seen before. Y'all put them in the back, and now what you go like? What's the point of bringing people up? I mean, I get that the crowd may not be feeling it, but give them a chance to go check something out. And be like, hey, do this. I know y'all try to do the speed, what they tried to pull out, the speed thing.
The speed title?
Speed title. To do that, give you like a minute or 2 minutes to do what your best can do. And even Xavier Woods was on there. And then you had
Dragon Lee, you had
Andrade, Mr. Baldy, Baldhead, what's his name?
Ricochet.
Ricochet was on there. And I'm like, you've given these options there, but it's like it's not enough showcase, not enough into it, and like putting the drama into their stories or whatnot. So you got these options, utilize the people you got in the back, build up their stories too. You can give them like a few brief moments to do some type of segment in the back with someone else or something like that. Even when was it Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch, where Becky was just walking in the video, and she said, she asked Maxine Dupree, "Is this your first time challenging for a title of this caliber?" And then she was just shaking her head. She wasn't even supposed to be a part of that segment, I don't think. But she just was like, "Yeah, it is." And then all of a sudden, she's like, "Make sure you let them know it's not your last." And then she walked away. She wasn't even supposed to be part of the segment, but it got eyes on her for that. And I'm like, okay, just do more of the talent that way. And I guarantee you, utilize them for more of your other pay-per-views. Let let Cody, Roman, CM Punk, Rollins, and all the big top dogs and all them rest for a little minute, do what they got to do, and just give some shine to the other guys. Y'all got enough products to do. Y'all got enough.
Quality over quantity.
There you go.
Bacon.
We have too many damn events. Too damn little of wrestling. That's all I'm gonna say. We already know, like, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't miss the 8-hour WrestleManias, but man, why do we have 5 matches in 4 hours of a PLE, man? Like,
absolutely.
Come on now.
Unacceptable.
Like, I'm still upset about the Liv and Stephanie Vicure match at WrestleMania. That was 7 damn minutes. Like, what's the point? And
her interest.
Everyone blames Triple H. They're like, it's Triple H's fault. Bro, Triple H did not buy with TKO. The person y'all want back did. And then he got fired. And then Triple H got in their place. I think if Triple H was running WWE without a TKO in the background, without restrictions, he'd do his thing. We've seen Triple H do it. He did it in Black and Gold NXT. He did it when he first came. When they were in Saudi, they got stuck in Saudi. He made a show last minute and it killed it. Like he had NXT and whoever else was on SmackDown killing it. I just think we have so much wrestling going on in WWE, not in any other wrestling, and so little wrestling. Like such little wrestling. Like y'all know I was at the Anime Con and I watched so much wrestling over the weekend, and those matches were about 10 minutes, but they were the most entertaining 10 minutes of all time. All the matches.
There you go.
I think there was about 6 matches, and they made sure to give us entertaining matches at the entertaining matches. WWE just can't hit that no more like it used to be. Like
too controlled.
I don't know, man. Mm-hmm.
It's too controlled, I think.
Yeah.
I do agree. I will have to say that I do feel like we have too much stuff, and I mean you can hear it in my voice when I say we have Saturday night's main event, and then we have Clash at Italy. I keep saying the Castle because of Scotland. That was a really cool venue, but we have Clash in Italy right after that. And if the video board is not the Leaning Tower of Pisa, they did it wrong. Like we have too much stuff. I think that they are trying to. I get it. They want everybody to watch it. They want to sell as many tickets. They want to sell as many Danhausen shirts as possible. They want to do all that stuff. That's great. That's awesome. But at a point, we're like Erebus said, we're seeing the same guys over and over do the same dance. And I'm going to be honest, when Cena came out, my immediate thought was potentially a new show. I thought we were going to get I thought because he said it's going to shake the foundation of WWE, and I was like, well, the only thing that we could do right now is have a third main roster show, and that would be it. And I was completely like, I was like, they need to fill that Wednesday spot against AEW. We would have it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Like I had planned this already in my head. I was like, we could have another show, and the first GM or power of or authority figure would be Cena himself. So he technically still is around, but he's not around. He's not taking bumps. And then it was that announcement, and I was like, well, this is. I immediately thought of the Crown Jewel Championship. I immediately thought of that. I was like, this is another belt that's going to cost $3,000 to get a replica for that nobody's going to pay for. And unless you're a serious diehard belt collector, which those guys are cool. I love seeing those videos. But just another belt that like, it's a money grab. And I get it. I understand. It's a business. It has to be. But at some point, you know, I think if we have 3 events out of the 4 weeks of a month, what stories are we writing? What are we telling?
Yeah. The bubble will burst at some point.
Absolutely.
Eventually.
Absolutely. But as we begin to wind down, because I know that the guys probably have questions for you, Josh, that may not pertain necessarily to wrestling, and I want to give them a second to ask or anything like that. I'm putting you on the spot, boys. Learn how to cut a promo, kid. So if either of them have a question for y'all, they are free to ask. Erebus, do you have one? Bacon, do you have one?
I don't know. Bacon.
I don't have any questions. Actually, I do. Can you give me 5 Roman Reigns matches right now? Unlike our diehard co-host.
Yeah. Let's see. There was.
They don't have to be championship. They just have to be a match.
Yeah. I know he did Orton. Boy, I remember him in NXT. I remember there was one with CJ. He was a hippie dude in NXT.
CJ Parker.
Yeah,
CJ
thank
Parker.
you. I remember that one. I really like Roman Reigns at the Shield. And those were great matches. Although, I mean, take your pick there. Um, After that, yeah.
He already won. He mentioned CJ Parker. Like, I haven't heard that name in forever. You already won. That was 5 points by itself. I have
Man,
not
I
heard
thought
that
he
name
got a
forever.
raw deal. I thought he got a raw deal from NXT.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
But you never know the backstory. He pissed somebody off, probably.
He's doing damn good
Line
with the
on
guns right
somebody.
now.
Yeah, he is. I love that. It's another reason I like Cody as well. You know what I mean? They damn near put him in yellow polka dots as well
And
as his
then
dad.
Bullet Club was
And
born.
he left. And when he left, he reinvented. And he blew up to the point. And he helped start an entirely new company that is thriving still. And came back to the company that abandoned him because they wanted him. So I mean that's pretty wow. He's the son of a plumber. So I mean that's got to say something for the young man.
Salazar's gonna love editing this.
They call my man Stardust. They called him Stardust, and he stayed on the roster. All right, that's a media termination on my stance. No, I'm kidding. Anyway,
I love it.
Dusty Road.
Oh, that's awesome. Salazar's gonna love editing this.
No.
Erebus, do you have any questions?
I have one. I would love to ask you the same question I asked Caleb, and then when I was at the anime convention. When was the moment? Did you ever have a pivotal moment where you felt like you should turn back and stop doing what it is that you're doing? Because this could make or break you or so. It's just more or less there's a moment in all of our lives where there's a pivotal moment where we're like, all right, there's a lot going on over here. I probably should turn back and kind of focus on that, or should I just keep going forward? Because it's starting to pick up over and things are starting to happen. So this is giving me a sign. What was that? Do you know or remember that specific pivotal moment where you were like, should I turn back or keep forward?
Man, I'd say I've had a few of those. I've had several of those, to be honest. And boy, I can tell you, for no matter what it is for anyone, just make the decision and go. Just make the decision and go, and trust yourself, and trust the universe to do its thing, and trust yourself to react to it. You know what I mean? When I was 18 and lived in Louisiana, this one of many, but a pivotal one was I grew up in Louisiana. I played sports all my life. I was in the entertain. I was into singing and stuff, but in Louisiana there was no real professional path for that known as far as I knew. But so I went to college at LSUS and played soccer. And before season was over, I got my knee injured, and I was hating school already. I was only going to play soccer, to be honest. Uh, and I was trying to decide, what am I doing? A friend of mine across the street, my neighborhood, he was going to move to Nashville and be a country singer songwriter. And growing up in Louisiana, country music was around. I wasn't big into country music, but whatever. And I thought about moving up there with him to pursue something in entertainment. I could sing, play a little guitar, and I told my dad that I wasn't going to go to school, and he asked me what I was going to do, and I told him I was going to move to L.A. or New York or maybe Nashville and be a bum and try to be an actor. And he said, well, do you want some help? And I said, yes. Because I was sure I was going to get an ear bashing. You know what I mean? It's been, what do you mean you're not going back to school? I wasn't hugely worried about that because he wasn't paying for it. I was working extra to do all that. So anyway, he worked for an advertising agency and used Kim Dawson Talent Agency in Dallas, Texas, and called them to see about representing me, but they didn't represent me because I didn't have any work. But they suggested I go to the acting school.
Okay. I like that.
So boom. I made that choice. And I didn't know. They sold me a good story at school. Looking back on it, it was worth about as much as $5 would get me a cup of coffee. You know what I mean? And what I learned was it's about what you put into it. You know what I mean? Did it get you a job after school? Nope. Did they say it could? Yeah, and it could. And it did put me in that position. It put me in a much better position than I was when I got there. I learned a lot more. But it was about what I did. I also screwed up a lot and made it a lot harder than it needed to be. But that's life, and so again, you trust yourself. I trusted myself to go on and get past those mistakes and those obstacles. I was fortunate to have some good people around me to trust me as well and to help me along. You also have to trust those people. You also have to have trust in yourself when you can't trust those people. Sometimes that judgment isn't great because you don't have a lot to to judge it against. I did all that. I did all of it. But we made it. Here we are.
Yeah,
I told myself DVD, Dad Van Dam, the whole effing show. What does the F stand for? Family.
Hey.
Anyway.
I like that. Yeah, same way, Erebus. I trusted you. I just didn't know that every time now we talk about wrestling, it has to be Roman for 50 minutes. But I did. I learned to trust people. No, did you watch me and his episode yet? Have you watched that yet?
I haven't yet. I've been watching I've been trying to catch up with all of them. I've literally, I don't know if you see my comments on most of them, but I've been commenting as much as I can on other ones that I've watched. I'm catching up on everything.
I'm going to say this, Josh. I normally don't kiss my former guest's ass, but the way that you told the Barney story, I told my entire department since I work at a hospital. Kind of the mindset to go into if we're having a bad day or anything compared to what you did, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is insane!" And I was like, "Yeah, we're not gonna have any more bad days. We're not having any more bad. We may be tired. We have to deal with a lot of people. We're not gonna have any more bad days." Because that Barney story, I told my best buddy, and he started tearing up. And this is a dude that doesn't get emotional, but he was like, "Shit, I can't be mad if." You're a little short on something, or you got to work a side hustle, because Barney changed the life for some of those kids in a way that
all that's human. Those emotions are still human. I can't imagine doing that day after day. I mean, you couldn't pay me what you paid me on Barney to do that every day. You just couldn't.
That's
all
crazy.
those people.
It's I want to thank you for that, because it's changed a lot of people's mentalities in my life, and you guys will be able to see it, and then once you guys see it, just be like, "Oh, I know what you're talking about." But that moment, especially the craziest part is I had another interview the day before, and me and this lady, the Lady Lorraine episode, she broke down crying telling her story. The next day I come with you and you tell me that story. And I was like, man, this is an emotional week. This is just a crazy week. But
You wasn't planning that, huh? Well,
it was great. Like, it was awesome. I'm
thank you
grateful.
for letting me share it. Yeah.
I'm grateful, man. Like, you are welcome back anytime. I hope you do come back.
Yeah. I'd love to.
This is awesome. Do you guys have any final thoughts on wrestling or for our guests before we close out?
Thank you for being, just wonderful and nice about my lateness. God bless. I had a blast, man. I thoroughly enjoyed this recording as usual, man, with the homies as well. And I appreciate you coming by, just spending a little bit of your time. Because I always tell people, you don't really have to do what you do every day or even take a moment out, but just doing it means a hell of a lot. I literally tell Donovan ever since I met him, it was like, since that interview, you didn't even have to hit me up with an interview. And I just like, the way he did it, I was like, you know what, dude, I don't do this for the love of the game. So I was like, what's up, bro? And then I was like, I want to throw some people his way to help him out. So I'm just glad that this is what we're doing now. And I'm just enjoying it. And I appreciate your time, man, honestly.
Back at you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
What about you, Bacon? You got anything?
Josh, I appreciate you for coming up here. I really hope you're able to watch wrestling with us live so you can see.
I would love to do that. Let's do that. Let's plan that, please. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Definitely.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh,
so you can actually see the stuff that happens of what I have to go through every recording with these two in Salazar. No. But I greatly appreciate you for coming through. That's all I gotta say. Also, fuck the revival.
Revival. Oh yeah, the revival. Classic. Hey, you know what we need to do one time too? We should rewatch Texoma Pro event together.
I'm down. We talked about that.
Like to, it's on YouTube. I can send you a link. If we want to do that at some point, we can totally do it. But yeah.
Bacon,
regardless,
you talked about that.
It's been a super pleasure. Yeah, I want to do.
What are we reacting to again?
Indie wrestling, dog.
Oh yeah, no, we got to do that every week, dog. I just think I got some matches lined up already.
His promotion, dog. We got to watch his promotion.
I'm down.
Let's do it. I'm down. We got to
Yeah.
plan that here in the next couple of weeks. We got to plan like where we sit down and we just react to the stuff that y'all do.
All right.
I'm down.
I love it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Crash Pad. This was our first ever guest. This is a member of Crash City. This is a bro. This is family. This is a homie. We are glad to have you, Josh. We cannot wait until we get to work with you again. You can catch Erebus licking Roman's Ulafala. You can catch Bacon on Bacon Kage. You can catch Josh everywhere on all of his socials. You can see it in the episode that we did and figure out where you want to follow him, or you can see him here in future Crash Pad episodes. And I'm your host, Donovan. We will see each and every one of you in our next adventures. Bye, guys. That was this week's interview. Obviously, you had to have loved it because you stayed towards the end, and we really appreciate that. But please hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, even share. Helps me and helps my guests. And if you want to stay here a little bit longer, we have previous weeks where we interviewed some of the best people on this planet. Plus, you can head over to the Crash Pad where you can see me, Erebus V, and it's Bacon just mark out on some wrestling. Whether you want to get into wrestling or already been a fan for years, come and see our reactions. You never know what you're going to get.